You think the king or the emperor who had 500 wives cared about all 500 of them? Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely not. We guys, we have the superpower. We can just go in, just do our fucking thing completely. Don't not even know the girl's name. Just wake up tomorrow, forget about her completely. But you girls, as much as you want to claim you can do the same thing, it'll start creating emotional holes inside of you. Hello, guys. Welcome to the second episode of my new series that I just launched last week, Polarizing Dialogue. And yeah, the topic we have for today is actually really like a lot more interesting than the topic we had the last week. The topic we had last week was diplomacy, and I think that wasn't really a fan favorite, but I can assure you guys that this one is a fan favorite. Right? It's intersexual friendships, right? The friendships between guys and girls. And yeah, I'm actually really excited and looking forward to this discussion, Sakhi. So yeah, if you have any opening thoughts, you can just add them.
So before we begin, I'd just like to say that I do have a lot of guy friends. And before I say anything, I want to put out a disclaimer that this is not directed towards anybody. These are just my general opinions. And some could be true, some are fictitious. So do not take anything personally. Otherwise, I think, yeah, I'm excited. I would like you to start this because I think you gave me the topic. And why do you think this is relevant?
Oh yeah, this is relevant because most of the relationships or most of the friendships in today's world is absolutely screwed up for a lot of reasons. Right? I mean, let's just start from the basics. Boring stuff. Let's get the boring stuff out out in the discussion first. What is friendships to start with, right? And friendships, according to me, right, it's value exchange. If I'm friends with someone, I expect them to provide some kind of value to me, and in return, I provide some value to him. So just
Hmm.
by being around each other and just by just like feeding off each other's energy, we grow as people together, right? I feel like that is what friendship is. Most of the friendships between, or most of the dealings, or most of the interactions between guys and girls and men and women, or whatever you can call it, right now, and especially in college, it's not it's not friendship, right? It's not friendship, to say the least. It's see, friendship is platonic, right? That is what everyone expects. Friendships should be
Hmm.
platonic, but I don't think I'll actually make this bold statement. 90% of friendships in colleges right now, I feel like, no, 90% of the friendships in colleges right now are not platonic. It's just the guy trying to get with a girl, and the girl is just friend zoning him again and again, or the guy is just trying to find his way in some way or the other, right? Or except those few exceptions, guys who just have their priorities straight, tell the girl upfront why they're talking to them, right? And just when there is equal in value exchange which is going on between two people, then I guess it can be a friendship. But most of the time, the value is provided to the girl by the guy, mostly in return for not attention, but let's just put it at affection, in return for some affection from the girl, because YouTube don't want to get cancelled before I get started, right? So yeah, most of the friendships now it's like very screwed, and yeah, I think most guys are to blame for this. They lack confidence. They lack their ability to just be straightforward with the girl. They prevent being as straightforward with the girl because they're just scared of getting left, and they're scared of being lonely, and they underestimate their own ability to get someone else who's better, or you don't even need them to be better, who's just more pleasant to be with, right? So yeah, that's just my opening point. That's just my 2 cents on friendship to just start with. I have a lot more coming, so just like, what do you think about that just like statement that I just
Yes,
made?
so I don't completely disagree with you on this because I've had experiences where my friendships, like, I wanted it to be platonic, but I knew they didn't want it. They wanted something more. So I've had such phases, but I wouldn't say all friendships are like that because sometimes what happens is you meet someone, you meet a guy, and we're just so we're not similar. We don't have that many similar tastes, and there's no connection, not that much of a connection. So we're just normal friends, and there's not even a thought of being in a relationship, right? And yeah, but I would say college is, I think everybody's in that phase of, making friends, so that they can potentially become their partner. I think that's how most friendships in colleges start, and then they eventually end in whatever it is. But that's how it starts. And I googled something up that I had mentioned in the recording that we
Yeah,
did not
we did
upload.
not upload.
So I'd like to mention that again. There are four kinds of friendships or relationships between people. The first one is mutual romance. That's a stage right before two people get into a relationship. That
Mm,
is, both the people, they are interested in each other. They want something more than friendship. Both of them know that both of them desire the same thing, right? So that eventually turns out to be a relationship or not. That's another stage. The second one we have is strictly platonic, which, according to you, and most relationships are not strictly platonic,
strictly platonic.
but yeah, so that exists. And then there is third is desires romance, which means that if two people are in a relationship, the one, uh, for example, the girl desires romance from the guy, but then the guy is not interested, and the girl knows it, so it just remains a relationship. I mean, just remains a friendship. And then there is
Mm,
rejects romance, which when, for example, we both are together and I want a relationship with you, but you don't want it, and I know that. So that would be a situation which is called rejects romance. So I think what girls have usually seen it's either strictly platonic with guys, or which is rare, and the other is rejects romance from the girl side. That okay, I don't want it. That's why the guy is like, okay, we'll be friends. That's what do you think? What do you think? I think for guys, it's mostly desires romance.
I mean, of course, you know what I'm going to say, right? I mean, it's mostly the guys who are interested in the girls, and the girl just, to be honest, she just treats another 10 or 15 guys, or just treats people in general like how she just treats you, right?
Mm,
And most guys, I think this is part of the reason why most guys, even after getting rejected, they stay in touch or just stay friends with the person who just rejected them. I don't think personally that's possible. Like from the guy's side, I don't think that's a very wise idea because it'll hurt a lot. First of all, and second of all, it's just not a very smart decision to do, right? And when you do get rejected and the rejection is kind of soft because the girl doesn't want to probably hurt you or whatever, you kind of most guys they stay friends because they do not trust in their ability to get to the emotional connection that they had with the girl who rejected him, right? So they just don't want to go through all that hard work to just get close and then just put this thought in their head and put this make this intention clear with the girl and whatever. So they just are honestly they're just lazy. They're just lazy to go through the whole process. So they just settle for what they have, which is a girl who they want to sleep with, but the girl doesn't want to sleep with you. So they just hang around, try to get breadcrumbs of attention from the girl. When in all honesty, they deserve so much more. And actually, I changed that statement. Most guys do not deserve so much more attention from the girls, to be honest, because it has been known from various dating sites and has been known from various statistical studies that girls, yeah, they wait at the finish line and they pick the winners. So most guys they sit around and they do jack shit the entire day. They just watch Netflix, they just watch anime, they just watch a bunch of things and do a bunch of things that just honestly doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, just they just want the girl to just think or feel like the guy is special for whatever reason. I don't think you're so special, G. You just wake up and you just do a bunch of useless things that no one cares about. And yeah, they are just these guys. They don't accept the fact that yeah, it's honestly a competition when it comes to a guy's life. When it comes to just a male, the life of a male, it's just constant competition. The money you want, the car you want, the job you want, the girl you want, every single other guy is gonna want it. And when it is like that, you don't have the freedom to just wake up and do jack shit the entire day and expect or hope to get a girlfriend or even hope to get friends in general. I don't know if the guys. I think we'll record a separate video on just relationships in general, right?
mm,
But as far as just friendships is concerned, the first type of friendship that you mentioned, right, the mutual romance, I've
yeah,
had that with so many girls, but I don't think that's exactly friendship. It's just pre-relationship period.
yeah, yeah,
I would classify that as friendship. Friendship, to me, friendship is just strictly platonic, right? It's just nothing more than that. It's strictly platonic. You're there when I need you. I'm there when you need me. We exchange values. We exchange views of the world. We disagree. We help each other grow. We attack each other. All these things. whenever feelings involved, I think friendship just goes out the window. And I don't think um, guys can talk to many girls. I don't think guys can talk to girls with strictly platonic intentions in mind, unless there is a very clear cut, defined intention of why you're talking to them. Like, for
Mhm.
example, business meetings. You're talking to them because, I don't know, you're in the same team together. So it's kind of inevitable. You have to talk to them. I'm making videos with you, right? It's kind of inevitable. We are just exchanging values in this kind of sense. And just like the point I made earlier, that value exchange is just unfair on the guy's side. Guy is providing all the value in exchange for breadcrumbs of love and attention from the girl. And when the guy genuinely improves his life, he find himself with a lot more choices and a lot more attention. And you'd actually notice this when the guys start improving their lives and they have choices and all those things. They wouldn't necessarily go around bullshitting with girls saying that we want to be friends or whatever. They'll just get straight to the point. This is what I want. I don't want no friendship. This is strictly love, and what we have here is just strictly love. It's either girlfriend or absolutely nothing. I don't want this friendship bullshit, right? And I think the guys like that are just much more safer to deal with, because guys who are just like, oh my god, yeah, let's be best friends forever. I'm your male bestie. I'm your lifeline, or whatever cringe bullshit that I see in college all the time. It's scary, honestly, with these guys around, because you don't know what their intentions are. So yeah, yeah, I went on a whole rant there. I know there'll
Yes,
be a lot
so
of thoughts. Go ahead, yeah.
previously you mentioned that guys are biologically inclined to find as many partners as they can, and for women it's finding the best mate. I mean, I don't know if it is biologically correct because I haven't done my research, but of what we've seen in society and how men and women generally are, I think I would agree with you on that. And the fact that men improve themselves and then they find more partners, that is also something that is true, because people debate about this, people get offended, but it is how it is. That's the society.
Say, I absolutely agree. Right, like I've told you multiple times. I think the first time I actually told you that guys focus on quantity and then girls focus on quality, you were actually appalled. And I think
I
the first
was
time, like, how can this guy say all this? I mean, that shouldn't be true. But if you look at
because
this
people
all
don't
other
usually
species,
say this, and when you're like, what?
sorry,
Are you sure
it's like
about that?
politically incorrect things. But if you just look at all other species, man, all other animals, like all other birds, whatever, this is how it works. The chimp, the male chimp, the kind of king of the territory, he gets to sleep with all the female chimps. The chimps at the bottom of the hierarchy, they just don't get any kind of attention from the chimps, right? And there was some statistic on this when it comes to humans also. Uh, I think previously, like centuries ago, most of the guys actually did not even get the chance to mate. It was only the guys who were at the top of the kind of chain, right? The emperors, the kings. These guys got to have like a shit ton of wives, 100, 500, all these kinds of quantity, like just pure quantity. Whereas the guys were just of not as that much caliber, that just cannot even compete with these kinds of people. They just die without having any kind of attention or any kind of love from women, with no families. Just a very sad death, right? And like society can come along right now and just like expect men to be loyal and all these things. Like men can be loyal, right? I'm not denying that, but what I am saying is, if you just take God out of the equation, if you just let the guy who's in the relationship, if you tell a guy, if you actually go and tell a guy that your girlfriend's gonna stay, your girlfriend's gonna stay. What if you can go out and your girlfriend will know this as well, girlfriend, wife, whatever. Your girlfriend will know this as well. You just go out and just do your thing and come back home. You want to do it or not with another girl, and this has nothing to do with how much he loves you at home, right? He can love you, be prepared to take a bullet for you, but he'll still fuck that bitch in the club. This is what Andrew Tate says. He'll still fuck that bitch in the club. But it's different when girls do the same. You know why? Because there is this thing called, when you girls like start you girls start falling in love, and you guys start being intimate with your partners and all those things, right? When you start sleeping with them or whatever, some kind of a kind of particular hormone releases, which is responsible for bonding. I forgot that hormone's name, but essentially this hormone releases, and it's kind of like you get that much more attached to the partner that you're sleeping with, right? And I think this was made from a biological point of view as well. So girls absolutely had to have all these triggers to select the best mate possible, so that they can have this mate protect them when they're nurturing and providing for the family. Providing in the sense providing love and support and all that.
But
Yeah, I
that
think
point
you
you
had
made
something to
that
add.
you men cannot stay loyal no matter how much they love you. Like, okay, you said it, there are exceptions and all that, but I
But
don't
yeah,
particularly agree. I think mm, one
loyalty is
as
different when it comes to. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, yeah. So most men that who are in love, who are in love and who are in real love, I think they would be glad if someone told them that the person you love, the girl you're dating or the girl you're seeing is going to stay with you forever. And I think loyalty does exist. That's what everybody looks in a relationship. It's surprising to hear this from you because I feel like you are a loyal person from what you've told me about your personal life, right? And why would you say it? I can't add too much to this now. Why would
Yeah.
you
So
say that? You would be
yes,
loyal, right?
yes.
If you were in a
Yeah, yeah.
relationship
Of
or
course. See, yes, yes. But I would like to point out that loyalty is different when it comes to females and when it comes to males, right? When it comes to just females and males, how I expect a girl to be loyal to me, it's sexual exclusivity, right? Because from biology, from olden times, there was no science back then, right? How would I know if how would I know if this lady is the mother of my children? She only slept with me, right? Sexual exclusivity. But I can still
okay.
sleep with five different people at the same time. Know who the father is. Biology. We are built like this. Science can come around, like change all this, but doesn't change the fact that biologically we are just designed to be this way. How we as men provide our kind of loyalty is by providing for the women, right? Providing for the family, providing security, providing safety, and providing resources, my resources to her. This is how I share my loyalty, right? And I actually make this argument all the time. I actually think girls or a girl would rather get more mad at me for talking about a girl all day, like, oh my god, like I spoke with her, all this, like emotionally, in a very attached form, rather than me just coming up on a random day. It's like, bro, something happened in the club, this happened, but I don't really care about her. I was drunk, she was drunk, like I don't know what the hell happened. It's just love. It just went. I'm not in touch with her anymore. I don't even know her name. Here I am. I think the second part would actually hurt the girl less than the first part. I don't even think the second part would hurt her. And I think maybe
Like, but
extreme in this point of view.
the person that you are talking about, the girl that you would tell this all this to, would be
Hmm.
your girlfriend or your wife or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, second one, something happened with the other girl. That means like you hooked up or you're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But it's very important. See, the point that I made earlier about girls releasing this hormone, right? You have to trust
Yes.
the guy or have some kind of bond with the guy to be intimate with the guy or whatever. You think the king or the emperor who had 500 wives cared about all 500 of them? Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely not. We guys, we have the superpower. We can just go in, just do our fucking thing. Completely, don't not even know the girl's name. Just wake up tomorrow, forget about her completely. But you girls, as much as you want to claim you can do the same thing, it'll start creating emotional holes inside of you, which honestly it just accumulates over a period of time, and yeah, it impacts your ability to form meaningful relationships. In which, in it's the same case, it increases the guy's ability to form meaningful relationships because it gives him more options because of more status. Just a random guy cannot go around sleeping with 5, 10 girls at the same time. So if I'm doing it, right? If I'm doing it, it gives me status. With status comes more options. With more options comes just a better probability of me forming, I guess, meaningful relationships.
Now, if you have a wife, if you have
Hmm.
a wife and you love her, why would you
Hmm.
care about status or why would you care about sleeping with any other woman?
I don't care about sleeping with any other woman. I don't care
Hmm.
about that. But if you just look at how guys are biologically, I'm not saying I'll do this. I'm just saying how guys are
Yes,
biologically,
I
right?
agree. Guys are like that. Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But the question is, I know you'd be loyal. Why would you be loyal? That is my question.
I know I'd be loyal as in
Okay, you
sex.
have, oh God. See, sexually, see, when you're
Hmm.
in a relationship, you have to be loyal in terms of everything, no? See, if you're talking to your girlfriend and then you're sexting this other person, You're hooking up
Yeah,
with
yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
person.
But that's
How
wrong.
would
I
you
feel
do
like no, sexting is bad. Sexting is bad. No, 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 no. Sexting is wrong. No, it's like giving her your time, your energy. All that is bad. All I'm saying is, all your time, energy, resources goes to your girlfriend, goes to your wife. But I don't know, over a 10 period relationship or a 5 year relationship, if something happens at one time, girls most likely won't have a problem with it. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think I and girls won't have a problem. Very important distinction I have to make here. The guy who is doing all this, because of how society is wired and all this, right? And because of how competitive guys are and how competitive it's for guys, and not any guy can live like this, right? Not any guy can live like this. But if you observe all most of the athletes, most of the high value men, most of the men at the top of the chain, right? At the top of the game, at the top of the men hierarchy, yeah, I guess you can say, they're all living like this. They have 2 3 girlfriends, and on top of that they have a bunch of side chicks and all that, right? All those BS. Why? Because see, girls don't like to downgrade, and guys understand that leverage is on their side. And when leverage is on their side, what they do is, even if I could love you right now, completely love you, but honestly, with leverage on my side, I could go ahead, honestly, do my thing with 2 3 girls at this. I'm not saying I'll do the same thing, right? But it always plays a role in relationships, whether you like it or not. It's always present in some way, shape, or form. I could love you, completely love you from the bottom of my heart, but if I do this thing with 2 3 girls and you get hurt, right? And you get hurt and you start getting into an argument with me, and obviously I'm wrong. I'll admit it, right? I'm wrong or whatever. But if at all I don't admit that I'm wrong at that point, the leverage is on my side. Even though I'm wrong, leverage is on my side. I can just tell you to fuck off right now. Net positive, net negative. The more negative outcomes it will be for you, right? Because I mean, imagine you live the lifestyle, kind of lifestyle I'm providing for you, right? Private jets or whatever, nice restaurants, security, all these things. You leave me, you'll start looking for the same qualities or better for the next guy who's coming along. Let's just assume I am an MBA player, like the example I just gave you. Good luck finding another person who has the same level of status as the MBA player, right?
Okay, just one
And I
question.
say this. Hmm,
Just one question. Imagine that you're extremely successful, you're at the
hmm,
top of your game, and
hmm,
you've married a girl that you've loved all your life. Okay?
hmm, hmm.
And would you consider sleeping with another woman? Tell me yes or no and give me a reason for that.
See, you cannot put me in a spot like this, right?
No, I can.
We have to cut this out.
No, this is
We have to cut
important.
this out. We have to
This
cut
is
this
the
out.
question of the
See,
day.
would you want to sleep with other people? Yes, because I'm a guy. Every guy thinks like this. Would you want to do it?
But you're
Yes,
getting
because
that from your wife, no? You're getting the whatever
as
pleasure
see,
from your
you
wife.
girls, you care about quality, man. This is what I'm saying. You girls, you care about quality. This is see reality.
Okay, you'd
Any
want
guy
to.
will come
Okay,
along.
you'd want to.
Yes, I'd want to. I
Okay.
won't do it though,
Okay then.
because morals, God. This is what I'm saying. You take God out of the picture. You let men operate on whatever biological instincts they want. Chaos is going to ensue, right? Chaos is going to ensue. And yeah, this is what I'm saying. You should stop putting me in spots like this. I
It's
still
an
wanna
important
keep all my
question.
views to myself. Still wanna keep all my views to myself, because obviously the people who haven't heard these kinds of things from me, or heard this kind of things in general, would kind of go crazy. I can already see a bunch of people getting pissed and just texting, but I don't care. It's kind of fun living like this. I mean, who thinks like this? Honestly, but most of the things I'm saying, I do not even want to believe it, right? Because when I heard all these things in the first place, I was like, oh my god, it's so kind of weird and kind of disturbing to think about. But it's true. It's true. And
Okay.
yeah, you want to say like, you have this girl you love and all these things. Look, guys care about one thing and one thing only, man. It's status. It's status. I'm in a relationship with this girl. She's absolutely beautiful. She doesn't talk to. I don't want her to talk to as many guys as she used to when she was single. And I want her to obey me. All these things. Why? It's status. When I'm talking to my boys, I'll tell her, bro, come on, my girl's not going to the club today. Why? Because told her so. When I tell her she's not going somewhere, she's not going. Status for me. Right? It's complete status for me. Guys only want one thing and it's fucking disgusting. Have you seen that meme? Guys only want one thing and it's fucking disgusting. And that one thing is status. You just look at every single thing a guy
But
does,
that
workout,
brings in dominance, no? That brings in dominance. Do you support dominance?
dominance,
Yeah, it
what
brings
define
dominance.
dominance? Define dominance.
Dominance as in you have a say in everything that your girlfriend has to do. I mean, say obviously there should be your say, but you have an upper hand at whatever she
Saki, I
has to
think
do or she has to say.
Saki, I think we'll continue this in the next part.
Okay.
As you can see, the meeting is gonna end in a minute. You guys, you let me know or let us know. The conversation took a turn. It took a very wild turn in the middle, right? But yeah, let us know if you guys like the sort of content or you guys are looking forward to the part two. We are obviously going to release the part two, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to answering this. I think we'll continue from the same question where we left off today. And I think we had an amazing conversation. You guys, let us know in the comments how you guys liked it. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and tell us what you disliked about the video.